The Beginning After the End Volume 1 Review. In the fantasy world resembling the Middle Ages, Grey is a commoner who fights battle after battle until he becomes a ruler of the kingdom he is fighting for. However, when there is finally peace, he dies, killed by someone close to him. But his life is not over. He wakes up in a different world as Arthur Lewin, the newborn son of Alice and Reynolds. Grey, now Arthur, needs to learn everything about this new world, including magic, but first he needs to learn how to walk. Although still a newborn, Arthur's mind is well beyond that age. He absorbs everything he sees and hears. In the battles he fought in his past life, Arthur learned how to use ki, to strengthen his body and weapon, and he can apply the same principles that he used to learn ki, the mana. The forces one has to use magic thanks to his knowledge. Arthur speeds up his learning of magic so much that his parents are quite shocked by his ability. Due to this, after a few years they decided to travel to Cyrus, the capital of the human kingdom, where they live, and aged the teacher for Arthur. On this journey, the family is accompanied by his parents' friends, who also happen to be part of an adventurer group, the Twinhorns. So now 4-year-old Arthur is ready to start his first trip outside his village, to discover the wonders of his new world. If only bandits didn't interrupt his idyllic adventure. The Beginning After the End, whose fans will also know it as Tibate. Tibate was one of the first manhwa I read, together with Solo Leveling. These two manhwa are what introduced me to this genre and to the world of webcomics. I'm a huge fan of isekai being reborn into the fantasy world stories, and the series meets all my expectations. What are they? Being sucked into the story until I reach the last page and then counting down the days until the next volume is out? There were so many instances where they could stop laughing. Arthur is a genius in this world, thanks to the memory of his past life, but he certainly can't tell his parents that. He needs to adapt his knowledge of the world. He comes from the not one he is currently living in, while also dealing with the lack of control over his bodily functions. E.g., he has to use diapers. Arthur is a cute baby, and the people around him can deny it either. He has a lot of confidence and knows his world already. His boy has a lot of information about this new world and about Arthur's life, and the authors use monologues to let the readers understand how this world works alongside Arthur. As he discovers it himself, that's how we find out that humans are not the only beings living on the continent of Ticoten. There are also elves and dwarves. We don't know yet what path Arthur is going to take, so we can only make conjectures. Will he become the strongest mage in this new life, just as he has the strongest swordsman in his previous one? I can't wait to find out. The illustrations are simple but impactful. There are a lot of curves and soft lines, and not many details to represent characters. This drawing style is reminiscent of old manga anime such as Dragon Ball and Naruto, giving its readers almost a nostalgic feeling. The only part was not being a big fan of was that sometimes the lines and the illustrations look blurry, but I don't know if it's due to his drawing style or just a printing issue. The cover shows a slightly older Arthur sitting at a throne referencing his past life as a king, and with a dragon at his side. A dragon. We don't know yet who this dragon is and what it is with Arthur, but maybe humans, elves, and dwarves are not the only creatures of Ticoten. I can't wait to find out what other fantasy beings they are. The only criticism I have for the first volume is that it is quite short, only 190 pages, compared to the other printed webtoons, which often run much longer. The Beginning After the End is written by Turtlemeat with illustrations by Fuyuki23. It started as a novel, and because of its huge success, it was turned into a webcomic at Tapas. It's released in print format by Yen Press, and so far there are 3 volumes out. Volume 4 is later released in November. This is revised and expanded version of the review first written for book Depository in 2022. 8 out of 10.